My name is Tom Jansen, and I live in Spring Green, Wisconsin, and I'm 61 years old. My occupation for many years was basically construction, and I got hurt in the construction trade and had to change my career, and had to go into manufacturing, I guess, and I got hurt there also, and ended up in a printing company for approximately 8 years and lost my job. They were cutting back, and I was laid off. So I had to make a decision on whether to keep trying to find a job or file for disability. I looked on that internet for jobs every day, and through '09 there wasn't any new jobs. It was at a standstill. I contacted every paper company here in Wisconsin. I figured this is what I do well. I've got real good job references, and nobody's hiring. Everybody was at a freeze. There's no job for me. I can't go back to college at 61 years old. By the time I get out, I'll be 65, for Pete's sake. And what's going to guarantee me that I'm going to get a job anyway? When you get to be 55 years old, you're in nowhere's land. I mean, there's just, in this economy, when you're 61 years old, I don't care how good a worker you are. If you've got anything wrong, you're not going to get a job. I lost my unemployment June of 2010. I had some money saved up because I had to make it until January 1st, 2012. I had about $2,200 saved. And I kept my bills up until September. I was not going anyplace, not putting any gas in my car. I couldn't take a drive around because it cost too much. I had to make that money last. And my reconsideration was denied. And my unemployment was out in June. With the phone company, I was getting behind, the energy company, the TV, I was juggling them back and forth just to keep them inside. And I tell my story, and everybody you talk to, they understand really what you're going through. But I said to somebody, do you have an answer? And they don't. They don't have an answer. I don't have a lot. I don't have a boat. I don't have snowmobiles. I don't have four-wheelers. I don't need them. That's fine. But I don't have anything to sell to survive on. I had very little. And what valuable things I did, I had to sell. I tried every avenue I could to borrow money, friends to maybe borrow me the money. In this economy, you can't go to a bank and without a job, they won't even look at you. You don't even get to your credit report. I actually was contemplating suicide. In fact, I had the police over there, and usually they've got a routine. They looked at everything. First thing they did is took all my guns. I was one step away from walking in that bedroom. Because at that point, I had nothing. My money was out and I had no other place to turn. I didn't know if the next day if I was going to have a place to live. I don't know how I got hold of the aging and disability. I think I went to St. Vincent's. I don't know why. And I talked to this Tom Cobb, I believe is his name, in Baraboo. And I stopped for some reason, and I got talking to him, and he couldn't help me. He said, Tom, I'm in not a situation where I can help you, but I'll give you this. call these numbers. And I believe that the Aging and Disability Resource Center was one of them. And I called up to the Aging and Disability, and they said that Deb would be in town here in Spring Green on this date at the library, and she will help you with your reconsideration. So I went in and met Deb, a fine lady, of course, and she filled out the form for me. Deb filled out the form, I signed it, I put it in the envelope, went to the mailbox and mailed it. And this was, I believe, probably in September 2010. So September, October, November, December, January, about 5 months. We figured about 6 months. In January, I'm going to be broke. But I had enough to last me about 6 months. So in January, it was just about after the 1st, I called up to Social Security Disability and wanted to know where they was in my decision for my reconsideration. They told me they hadn't received it. I was devastated. Went in front of the council and I told them this, and when I got done, this lady come over to me, grabbed my hand and put some money in. I said, I can't take this. She said, Tom, when you told me that you don't even have enough money to go out for gas, she said, I was just devastated. And I didn't know how much was there. When I got home, there was $43 there. And what she did is just took the money out of her purse, what she had, and gave it to me. I was really moved by that. That was something I didn't expect. A couple of days later, I got a call, and Todd said that I was picked for one of the candidates, and I went over, and they have a set amount that they give. I don't know what there was 5 that was picked that they would help. I don't know what dollar amount anybody got, but they gave me a dollar amount. And they said, Tom, this is what you got to work with. And I'm looking now from March 2011 until January 1st of 12. As far as payment, I would get a bill, I would take it to them, and they would pay for it. And finally, I got everything caught up, and that was a big weight taken off my shoulder. Didn't have to make calls anymore or whatever. So I got caught up in things. They even paid my back taxes for the state. Anything I'd give them, they would actually help me with. When you're so down, it does take a little off your mind. Because serious things happen, and nobody should have to sit there when things are so bad that you can't find one thing in your life that's good. And God must have struck them or something, because now July 15th, I finally got the appeal, and it was 100% fully favorable. And so my nightmare is just about over with. But I just want to say that year, that time was the hardest thing I had to do in my life. So right now, everything is pretty good, except now we got to go through the appeal process, which truthfully probably a year, could be a year and a half. I was ashamed on one hand that people had to know what kind of position I was in, but on the other hand, maybe it's a good thing that they do know that what some people are going through. There should be more, hopefully there's more people like Deb and Maria to help people like me through these hard times. And I thank you both very much.